Hello, Glyn here. How to have better boundaries to reduce anxiety. So boundaries will preserve your compassion and respect for others, decrease your rage and resentment towards others, enable you to avoid guilt trips. It'll help weed out those who really care for you from those who want to use you. You get to save your time and your energy and resources for what really matters to you, and you can build your capacity in emotional intelligence. Here's a quote by the sensitive social worker. What if, instead of expecting yourself to toughen up and develop thicker skin, you create boundaries that honour your softness and sensitivity? So boundaries aren't there to keep people out. They are there to give you and the people around you a clear, crisp idea of what is acceptable for you, what to say to you, what to do for you, what to do to you, what to ask of you. Boundaries generally start with what you want yourself or others to do or not do. And it's important to consider what you will do when or if they say no. Are you prepared to walk away and back yourself? These are important things to consider before you state your boundary, before you put yourself out there. I would always want to know how far I'm prepared to shift, if at all, and whether or not I'm actually prepared to do anything different if somebody says no. So often knowing what you do want comes from talking it over with someone and nutting out what you don't want. And then you can figure out what you actually do want. So noticing when this happens and being brave and transparent will sometimes be tough to do. And in my experience, it's better to do it sooner rather than later. So my conflicts seem to grow when I have loose boundaries, just no boundaries in place whatsoever. So some self-validation or self-love I've discovered goes a long way. So try saying these things first as acknowledgement. I've just got a bit of a list. So saying things like, that did happen, or I'm allowed to feel angry, upset, confused about what happened. It's normal to feel X, angry or whatever. It's okay if nobody agrees with me. I am lovable and people care about me. I choose to love and care for myself. I'm allowed to make mistakes. I trust my intuition or my inner knowing, and my feelings are valid. I actually feel better just saying it right now. Being able to deal with the unexpected things in life is a skill I wish I was born with. I would have loved that. We call it resilience or not giving a, whatever these days, but now I'm starting to understand that resilience and boundaries all starts with self-love and being self-attuned. So I didn't have parents who were self-attuned. They did their best, which was mostly saying things to me like, if I was upset, things like, it doesn't hurt that much, or there is nothing to be scared of. And they were trying to make me feel better. And it sounds pretty normal, right? And most of us wouldn't class that as child abuse or anything, right? However, with the knowledge that's available in the last 10 years, that's actually called a dismissive response, not an attuned response. And by comparison, a more attuned parent would be being with them in their pain, letting them know that it's normal to feel that way and that they are allowed to feel that way. My ex-partner, my ex-husband, and I had two different styles in parenting. And gosh, this is where I get to brag big time. Obs, I was definitely the attuned one. No surprise that I went into this kind of work I now thrive in. So having a cohesive parenting style with agreements in place will really help. Becoming more self-attuned helps us have more self-trust and connect to our intuition more, which really helps with decision-making and setting boundaries. Join me in a masterclass that I've got coming up on July 26, and I'll give you a free gift on boundaries. All you need to do is register and join live to receive the free gift. There's a link in my email, but basically it's when you go to keystonesskills.com.au, it's called Free Event. So we'll be covering things like secret number 1, the connection conversation, which is how to gracefully start a conversation about something you've always argued about. Secret number 2, the effective emotion experience. You'll be able to find out 3 little known myths in communication that usually land us in hot water, so you can avoid conflict and get on the same page quickly. Secret number 3 is the brilliant booster. Understand how to deal with other people's difficult emotions in a way that protects you and nurtures your authentic voice. So as I said, the link to register is in the email, but you can also go to keystonesskills.com.au and it's just called Free Event, and you'll see that listed there. So it's the connection conversation, the free event. So I hope to see you there. It's 90 minutes. And as I said, there's a free gift when you join us live. So I'm looking forward to seeing you there. And thank you so much for listening.